then you know there's some stuff going on and you want to topically hit it, especially if it's systemic, right? Sometimes you can have toe stuff because you wear too much sandals or you walk around, barefoot in public places. You can get some of it that way too. But again, if you have a lot of localized things, may not be as big of a deal. But if you start to see more systemic indications, then that's a good sign that you want to treat some of these things systemically and put it between a rock and a hard place. Anytime I deal with yeast systemically, if it's topical, we'll use maybe a sulfur soap or some tea tree oil or some pharmaceutical compounds if we need to topically hit it. But we'll also want to treat it from inside. And then you also want to change your diet, because if you don't change your diet, your diet is going to be impacting the bugs in your tummy, whether it's parasites, bacteria, yeast. And if you have processed sugar or refined or processed food, that can feed it. Also, if we have highly fermentable food, even really good healthy food like kimchi or sauerkraut or kombucha, or any fermentable foods that you think are really great because, hey, it says it on the GAPS diet, or it says it that all these really good fermented foods are great for my gut. That generally speaking, that may be okay. But if you have a lot of bugs or bacterial overgrowth or SIBO, that may be problematic and may actually make it worse. A lot of those foods can also create histamine. And if you have a lot of histamine intolerance because your gut is so inflamed and you're overproducing it and have a hard time clearing it, and that may be no bueno. So in general, we could have H. pylori. You want to get it tested. You want to look at stomach acid enzymes. You want to look at all the healing nutrients to heal that atrophic gastritis, thicken up that gut lining so you can handle acidity. You may not be able to out of the gate. We want to look at the intestines. We want to look at SIBO. We want to maybe test the gases or look at the organic acids or look at the stool test to see if we have imbalances in the Pseudomonas, the Citrobacter, the Klebsiella, the Morganella, etc. Okay, we want to look at those things. Again, there could be other types of Candida going on. Stool test may not be the best way to look at it. That's where an organic acid could be better. Also, parasites. You could have different parasites present, whether it's Endolime externa, Blastocystis hominis is a common one. Be things like different amoebas like E. histo or Cryptosporidium or Giardia, which can get in the gallbladder and create problems. There also could be other issues like C. diff. And C. diff can become more of a problem if you have both, A and B with the toxins there. That could be problematic. You could also have foodborne bacteria like Campylobacter or Salmonella, those kind of things, E. coli, sugar-like toxin. Those could be other problematic issues that you want to address. So you want to look at this holistically. Don't go into it thinking, hey, this is it. Have an open mind. Also, you don't want to ever go after the bug in and of itself. You want to address the whole foundational system of your digestion, absorption, inflammation, your adrenals, good diet and lifestyle. That sets the whole foundation up so you don't get reinfected. And so your system is not so inflamed that you're going to feel worse purging out a lot of the bugs. We want to mitigate a lot of the die-off, which is just the stress of dealing with all the processing of the toxins and the microbes and the detoxification stress and the lymphatic stress and the immune stress.